Hello, we're back. Welcome along. Steaks Puzzle Corner. It's Saturday. We're back after the Christmas break, which was, long. Not long enough. Both, somehow, And we're going to play a game that I've been meaning to play for an extremely long time. It's been on my list for like 3 years, and I've just never gotten around to it. I put it on my list and bought it, actually, right after I finished Chants of Sennaar. Because this is Heaven's Vault, which is a game sort of in the same vein, but not quite. This one's more about the translation aspect of the Chants of Sennaar was sort of more of a puzzly story game, and this is a bit more of a like the translation aspect is more the core loop rather than trying to explore and figure out what's going on in the city. We're sort of playing as an archaeologist, trying to uncover an ancient language sort of situation. That's about all I know. That's about all I've done. I've changed some settings, and we're gonna press start. And we'll see if my camera is in a bad spot or not. Oh, I think that's me coming up the hill with my little robot.
Stories don't have tidy beginnings. The past is always present.
The audio level's
There has
okay.
to be a spark.
I need to change my
Something that brings
mic down a little. Sorry, I'm gonna do that briefly. Please climb carefully. I'm not doing anything. This is just sort of happening. Oh, the robot said that. Careful, you don't roll backwards. I'm concerned about my robot friend. It's a long way. Take a moment to rest before you walk, mistress, please. Okay, I'll let myself rest. Oh, I can walk. Sort of. And I'll let my health bar or whatever it is recharge. Does it recharge faster if I'm in like the shadow? I can't tell. The controls are a little bit weird. I'm walking so awkwardly. A bricked up opening. Oh, incoming ad break. There is something here. I need an ad in 50 seconds and then I will just chill. There's something written here. Ancient script. This must have been cut in when the mortar was still wet, but I think I can read it. Heaven's Vault? Is that what that means? The University of Iox, some weeks earlier. Press any key to continue. Well, an ad starts in 1 second, so we won't. We'll just chill out here and wait for that ad break to finish. And then we will continue. God, it's 3 minutes. That's very irritating. However, the good news about that is that there won't be another one for an hour. And I'd rather it just be like 3 minutes every hour where we just sit here and hang out and do nothing for 3 minutes. Take a little break or whatever. And then we don't get another one for an hour rather than having to do it every couple minutes or whatever, It's very irritating. But not that there's anybody actually in chat, but if in case there was, not everybody has Turbo or whatever, and you'd have to be subscribed to avoid them otherwise. And who cares? Don't give Twitch your money. I don't need it either. I just did this for fun. One minute down. No, this will probably go up on YouTube too. So, and I'm not going to edit this out because, once again, I don't care how well they do. I'm doing this just for fun and to mostly to have an excuse to talk to myself. It sounds a bit weird, but I find these puzzle games a lot more interesting and a lot more fun if I have someone to talk to about them, or at least I find it more easy to progress if I'm speaking my thoughts out loud while playing them. It helps me process the stuff much better. And I feel really weird playing them alone and trying to speak out loud when there's no reason to. However, when I'm streaming, there's a good reason to speak out loud because it has the pretext of speaking to the audience. So I do this for my own sanity, so I can play the games that I enjoy, being able to talk about them, and just for fun. Don't really do this for any other reason, so I don't care how well they do. My hope is that, somebody enjoys it. Because we might as well get something out of the ones and zeros that are flowing through the internet. And if somebody enjoys watching it, then great. Goal accomplished. And there's a few people that come and hang out every once in a while and watch some things. 20 more seconds, and then we can actually play this game. One, and hooray, we should be back. Ad break has ended. Welcome back, everybody. I sat here and did absolutely nothing while we were waiting for that to end. Continue.
My story begins on Iox.
Iox is how it's pronounced.
That was where I met the robot.
Does the robot have a name? Or is it just the robot? Mistress Alia. Aaliyah? Aaliyah. Elastra. I'm gonna go with Aaliyah. I have been waiting for you. I have been asked to escort you to Professor Miari. She is very anxious for your arrival. Oh god, what is going on? Professor Miari wants me back on Iox. Hopefully I'm not getting thrown out of the university. The Holy Empire came back to Iox? When Professor Miari wants to tell me it's so urgent she's in a robot to stop me getting lost. The Holy Empire? The Holy Ioxian Empire, based at the Imperial Palace and being ruled by an emperor 650 years ago. Okay. Oh my gosh, I have no idea what's going on. It's where I'm more up when I want to sleep well, but not today. Maester is a moon in the Iox Protectorate, but that's all I know about it. Ranaki is a market moon far outside the reach of Iox. I've never been there. I don't know what is happening. And who are you? I am a robot, mistress. As is apparent this way. Do you have a name, robot? Is that intended to be a joke, mistress? No? Robots do not have names. We are, as I understand it, interchangeable. No, I don't like that. So why has she sent you? Did you do something wrong? That seems unlikely. My ethical core protects me from serious error. Maybe I should get one of those. I was under the impression humans already had them. Somewhere between the first and second vertebrae. This way. You should know the professor's urgency was remarkable. Maybe we should keep her waiting. Don't want her making a habit of impatience. I cannot recommend that course, mistress. Look at her. She looks like a tiger in a cage. A most curious analogy, mistress. You understand, I will be required to report it. Ugh, this robot is irritating. Watch your back, robot. I've had robots go missing on me before, you know. I'll bear that in mind, Aaliyah. Wow. My relationship with this robot is super weird. The Tree of Knowledge, or so they call it. Each branch grows more branches. Wait, what? The tree is still there. The whole university centers around it. Planted 450 years ago. I'm just getting, like... Am I just getting... events? Crown of Iox is forged. The last emperor disappears. The followers establish power. The Loop Temple? The Grey Ladies. What is happening in this? I don't understand what's going on. I don't know the true date. The Grey Ladies gave me a day different from the other children in the orphanage. Uri and I became friends, sneaking around, sneaking by the halls. She stole screwdrivers and I stole books. Grey Ladies raised me and found me work from the moment I could walk. Later worked for Timur in his bar, washing up and fetching supplies. Miari visits the orphanage in Elbreth. What brought her there, I never understood. My first kiss, we never thought we would leave the orphanage. Adulthood seemed impossibly far away. Miari takes me to Iox. I worked for Timur. Joined the university. Met Tapi. I get my third robot. There's so much stuff. Oh, okay, I can scroll around. Okay, so I can follow particular things. How far can I go back? 2,000 years? I just don't have any events back there. I feel like there should be... This is not what I set the resolution to be, first of all. I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit. Till you finally reach the sun, wherever that is. I went outside the university grounds once, exploring. This is a very beautiful moon. You can tell it was once lush, fertile. There must have been huge forests, lakes, rivers. They're all but dry now. You've not been outside? No.
I was 15 when my Ari rescued me from the slums of Elbereth and brought me here. I'd never seen such luxury or such kindness.
What do you think of the sculpture? There's a pleasing balance to it. I agree. Mary must like it too. She has a model just like it on her desk. Why is Mary's room so far from everything? I imagine she enjoys her view of the tree, Alaya. I'm sure it is most pleasing to her. The weird motion is kind of strange. Can I talk to these other people or like go over here? Exactly how many robots have you lost? Can't you guess, robot? I am appalled. They just keep giving me more. Professor Mayari. Aaliyah, there you are. Come in. You want this robot to wait outside? And why would I want that? Thank you, Professor. It's good to see you again. It came as soon as I got your message. You don't need to flatter me, Aaliyah. Nonetheless, I'm glad you came. I know your work is important to you. Tell me what you need. You're an expert on history. Tell me what you make of this. It's a brooch, I guess? Yes, Aaliyah, but I didn't summon you halfway across the nebula to tell me that. What do you mean, nebula? So why did you summon me? One of the scholars sent this brooch to me. Janaki Renba. Did you know him? Did? Look at the detail. I see them ancient markings. I know they're a hobby of yours, Aaliyah, but can you read them? I've never seen either of these groupings before, but the two words have some common elements, so they must have related meanings. Well, holy? Or maybe it's friend and beloved, because they're like similar. Because it's like, you know, this, and here we have this, the same symbol, but then like repeated. Professor, this friend of yours, if he's in love with you, I'm not sure how I can help. My friend Aaliyah has disappeared. He told me he was going to a moon called Mercy. I can't go hunting the nebula for missing people, Aaliyah. But you can. That's what you do, isn't it? Find things. You've tried contacting him? I can't. Wherever he is, he's on his own. Not everyone is required to travel with a robot. And what do I get in return? Alyssa, Genki is my friend. Do you have any friends? Do you understand what the word means? But you still can't go yourself? You know, whenever you're away, I forget what a gutter rat you are. You could have left me on Elbereth 15 years ago. No, Aaliyah, I couldn't. That doesn't matter now. You will find Janaki. Now get out of my office, you Elberethan rogue. And you're taking the robot with you. Come on, robot. We're not welcome here. You are not welcome, Aaliyah. Oh. I annoyed her. Oops. How do you feel that went, Aaliyah? Fine. It went fine. And we will go to Mercy, Aaliyah. You heard her. Do you know what Renba taught? Robotics, human. Did you ever talk to him? He interviewed me shortly after my activation. That memory is somewhat hazy, however. What is he like, Renba? I could not judge him, Aaliyah. The interview was largely technical. He was mostly concerned with ensuring my vision was in line with his expectations of gravity. Inscriptions. All inscriptions. Okay. How do I go there? Should we go down, Aaliyah? Sure. Can I just say, Mistress Aaliyah, it is wonderful to be accompanying you. Well, if you're going to be following me around, I'll have to give you a name. I'm calling you Six. Six, Mistress? I shall remember that. You know, I don't think I got the translation on this brooch quite right. The shape indicates that it's an empire piece, so I'd expect the inscription to reflect that. Let's look over this one again. So maybe this is holy and this is emperor? I think that's at least closer to it. So where did they find you, Six? Why is this lady walking backwards? Me, Aaliyah? Like most robots on IX, I was chipped carefully free from a concrete wall in the lower levels. What? Excuse me? I don't understand what's happening. You're buried down there? Indeed. I understand it to be not uncommon to find robots that way. We occur, I am told, like potatoes. Do you remember being down there? Trapped? No. I barely remember my activation. You're sure you don't remember anything from before you were buried? Nothing. I can barely recall my activation, Aaliyah, and that was quite recent. Although I do remember that Renbo was the one who activated me. Interesting. There's Huang. What's he doing, Six? I believe he is reading. Maybe he knows something about Renba. Aaliyah! I didn't know you were back on IX. Professor Mayari wanted to see me. Nothing bad. No. I'm glad to hear that. I've been reading all day. I just came inside to rest my eyes, and there you were. What were you reading? The Annals again. Do you know Mazoi claims the Holy Empire was founded by 3 wolves racing to heaven? Each one tore the throat of the other, and as the 3 fell to earth. Are you really interested? Sure. Most people glaze over.
He began to talk with such passion that his eyes glittered, and he seemed to grow at least an inch taller.
Aaliyah? Oh, I had best be going. Do you know Genki Renba? Janiki? I know Renba, of course. Well, a little. Why? What sort of man is he? He hasn't asked you to dinner, has he? No. Oh, good. I mean, he's really quiet, keeps himself to himself. He likes his robots. He was a roboticist? One of the best. One of the few. Did Did you say was? Has something happened to Jenneke? I'll let you know. By the waters. Before you go, it hardly seems important now, but I found a line of ancient in the Annals of Mazwai I thought you might like, if you have time, that is. Always. Here, see what you think. Empress. This is a long one. Let me think. Second word doesn't look like anything I've seen before. Banished? Buried? I'm gonna go with buried. This has holy. Does Empress buried robots make sense? But I thought there weren't any robots in the Empire. This suggests otherwise. Anyway, I best not keep you. I hope you find Renba. Shall we proceed to your ship now? Have you sailed before, 6? I have no idea, Elia. But I am keen to find out. So we left the hollowed walls of the university. I don't know if I'm supposed to, like, get confirmation when I'm right about some of these things, or if it's just, like, vibes, and I'm supposed to, like, adjust it if it makes sense to me. Aboard the Nightingale. My ship is my refuge. It's the only place that is truly mine. The journey to Mercy should be quick, Aaliyah. You want to sail, 6? Not really sure that I have sailed before. I should watch how it is done, I think. What do you know about Mercy? Nothing. It is a moon of pigs and rice, mistress. Part of the Ajax Protectorate, of course. Hopefully we can make a profit on this.
Everywhere I looked, things were growing from the mud.
Pig.
And some of those things had legs.
Look at this place. Breathe the air. I cannot breathe, Aaliyah. As you are no doubt aware. I want to pet the piggy. Well then, let's see where Renba's got to. We're really lucky. If we're really lucky, he'll have found an old pot. So where do we start? There's a series of rice terraces. We climb up away from the water. That should take us to the village. But there's no way I'm crossing that, Aaliyah. Robots cannot swim. You can wait, can't you? The camera is extremely sensitive. There's something scratched here. The emblem of Ix. Suppose this is where the Mercian leave goods for the Ixians to collect. Okay. Well, Jenneke won't be hiding in there. Piggy. Piggy, piggy, piggy. I love these old moons with their ancient stories. Who is that, for instance? One of the older goddesses? She is guarding the fields. Evidently, more than 1,500 years have passed since she was carved. That's a long time. Relative to what exactly? There used to be gods throughout the nebula, even on Ix, before the Empire was founded. I'm surprised Ix let this one stay. 6, how long were you buried on Ix? I have no idea. Do not remember it. And you don't know why you were buried? No, Aaliyah. I can only assume I was not needed. Perhaps robots were not trusted. Perhaps, Aaliyah. Though I have observed robots to be both more predictable and more kind than most humans. I'm not doing anything, it's just happening.
The air smelled earthy and sweet.
Rice. Do they grow anything else here? It would not appear so. She dominates everything. Ellerbeth has a statue like that. It's just a pair of feet. Ix must approve. Though I understand they had destroyed similar statues on other moons. A warehouse. I thought I saw a face at the window. A woman. She ducked out of sight. So were you off while you were buried in Ix? Asleep? Is that why you can't remember it? I do not know, Aaliyah. I cannot remember. A 1,000 years, perhaps. But I cannot remember them. I wonder what else you used to know. Can you do a scan for Jenneke or something? Mistress has mistaken me for a dog. Perhaps if you believe I had a scrap of clothing, then maybe I could trace his scent. Can you do that? Trace a scent? No, Aaliyah. If I see him, I will let you know. Even more rice. Just lying around. I could scoop enough into my bag to feed an Elberethan family for a week. No one would even notice it's gone. I had heard Elbereth is a moon of thieves, Aaliyah. I'd assumed it was a slur rather than a strategy. Why can't everywhere be like this? Enough food, enough space, water to spare? Indeed, Aaliyah. Up this way. I suppose there's nothing old here. No ruins, no ancient kings. No crumbled towers. Of course not. This is a farmyard.
This was what passed for a street on Mayersey. Buildings on stilts, jumping out of the bushes like children. It was so quiet.
He is out here somewhere. Waiting.
3 paths met at the heart of the village.
I still don't really know
I
what
could
I'm
imagine
doing.
them all, sitting around here in the evenings, sipping rucker and singing. It seemed nice.
Stranger! Greetings. Greetings to you. Welcome to Mercy. You have come to trade? Actually, I'm looking for someone. Who? Not a Mercian, surely. We're alike as ants to you. That's not true. So you are looking for a Mercian. I'm hoping a Mercian can help me. We see strangers from time to time. Mostly they buy the rice. They think they pay well, but they don't. But there's no one here now who shouldn't be, or there wasn't. Good luck with your search. They say the nebula is wide. Helpful. It appears Renbo is never here, Aaliyah. Perhaps we should return to the ship. Mary told me to look, so I'm looking. I want to get more inscriptions. I want to translate things. Don't really know what's like worth looking at and what isn't. Come on, 6. Let's try this way. If Renbo is here, then someone must have seen him. This place is small and full of people. And piggies. Someone must have seen something. By my faith, it stinks here. I do not believe pigs are known for their hygiene, Aaliyah. Good faith to you. My apologies, Ioxian. My pigs need me. Please, if you could just... The locals don't seem surprised to see me. Or to see you. They also do not seem pleased to see you. Did I do something wrong? You came here. Perhaps that is all. They do not like me. I feel like we're walking in circles. That is because we are. But we are not alone. You're from Ajax? I was born in Elbereth. You're from Ajax. I'm looking for a man named Janaki. He left something for you with the goddess to keep it safe. So he was here? Do you know where he went? He promised he would come back. I did so like to believe him. I hope you find him, Miss Miari. Thank you. I have to go now. I don't want them to see me talking to you. Do you think there's more to be learned here, Leah? Shall we leave? I want to look around some more. Would you recognize Renba if we saw him, despite your hazy memory? Most likely, yes. I suspect that's why Professor Miari assigned me to you. Can I not enter this warehouse? Not many people tending all of these crops. Plants are not like pigs. They do not require constant husbandry. What do you know about pigs? I meet people. They are also livestock. Ugh. I stepped in something. Mud, Aaliyah. Is that something in the mud? It is. A metal lantern. I would guess that it dates from the Holy Empire? It must have been dropped here years ago. It's only been revealed by the irrigation of the fields. Oil burning. The glass is the sort they blow in Elbereth. Whoever made this didn't add an inscription on the base. This comes from the same site as the brooch. The one Miari gave us in Ajax. Having this should be useful in tracking down where these things originated. Unknown site. Inferred the existence of a new location. Good faith, lady. Please keep it quick. I don't want to talk to you. Wow. I was admiring your statue. Who is she? Kibenya. She blesses the fields. Ajax doesn't object to you having a god. Ajaxians take away our rice. If the statue is rice, perhaps they would take it away as well. Return to your moon. Leave us in peace. Yeah, they do not like me. I like the piggies, though. Piggy, piggy, piggy. Kibenya. I've never heard the name of any of the ancient gods before. Didn't even know they had names. I wonder what Kibenya means. Aaliyah? All names mean something. Aaliyah, Miari, Huang, even Renba. I wonder what Kibenya means. Piggy, piggy, piggy. Definitely no robots here. No reason for Renba to come here at all. I don't imagine Renba met that woman on Ajax after all. To the fields. Why did it build on stilts, do you think? Surely it doesn't flood up here. The mud, perhaps, Leah. Or perhaps animals sleep underneath. Rock. Sleepy. Ugh. Maybe they found some robots here. They sent Renba to investigate, and he disappeared. An interesting theory, but only a theory. Look at this thing. Where is she from? For the material, I would judge it was not quarried here, but most likely close by. It is very big, you understand. Beautifully crafted. And here's Renba's mysterious secret, almost buried in the grass. A shard of crystal. Does it mean anything to you, Six? This moon does not contain crystals of this type. So what kind of crystal is it? Iolite. Valueless. Mayari's brooch. Stone inside it is the same as Renba's crystal. Undoubtedly. Obviously they come from the same source. Can we find that source? With some analysis, Aaliyah, yes, I believe we can. Should we leave now? Let's get out of here. So we left the warm, wet field of Mercy. I don't know where to go, though. Should we go back and show the crystal to Mayari? The crystal we found, Aaliyah, and the element inside the brooch, it originated on a moon somewhere on the edge of the cyclones. The cyclones is a dangerous wild. There's nothing there but clouds and storms. I wonder, what exactly did Renba discover? We better find out. Put out the sails, Six. Plot a course. Here we go. Sailing to the Iolite moon. Are there other ships on the rivers, Aaliyah? I've not seen any. There are other ships out here. But you rarely see them. Everyone goes at the same speed. So it never passes you by. People who like people stay on the ground. Go straight on here, Aaliyah. You do not like people? That explains a lot. Tell me. Oh, I somehow managed to not go the right direction. Wait, do I have to do the whole thing again? No, I like silence. Either of the rivers leads to our destination, Aaliyah. Well, let's go this way. Aaliyah, have I angered you in some way? I fear our relationship is not entirely misturning. Where did I turn? Where was I supposed to turn? I'm sorry, 6. The world is a tough place sometimes. What? I don't understand where I'm supposed to turn. But it's not your fault. I mean, there's nothing I can do to alter the situation. I understand perfectly. Anyway, let's do better. Really, Mistress, I would appreciate that. Your findings indicate the Allied moon is close at hand. There's a rock up ahead. What have we found? Above the crystal moon. Why would anyone come to a lonely spot like this? We have arrived, Mistress. The moon below us is rich in purple iolite crystals, but there's no surface flow. We cannot land the ship. But Renba must have gotten down somehow. Indeed. Most likely he used a hopper. We might do the same. A hopper? The Nightingale is fitted with a hopper, of course. For instantaneous travel. How does it work? There is a source. The source fires at a subject and casts it into the hopper's eye. The eye refracts the signal, it is focused and reconstituted. But how does it work? I have no idea whatsoever. Is it safe? Not really, Mistress, no. This moon does not have any air. I will have to go down alone. Are you sure the iolite crystal came from here? Statistically certain, Mistress. The moon is rich in deposits of iolite. Please wait here. Just don't take too long.
A moment later, the robot was gone, and I was alone in the dark.
Robot. If I flew away now, I could be rid of that thing. What were you up to, Renba? You didn't find robots on Mercy. What did you find? Mistress. I found something, mistress. A tool chest? The box. Is this Janikie's? The probability is high. I believe the moon below us was once a quarry. But this box is no artifact. I hope there isn't a snake in here. Why would Renba hide something like this? He must have had a reason, mistress. His choice of hiding place was extreme. Thick fabric. Janikie, what is this? Some kind of robe? But it's hundreds of years old. And there's something stitched along the belt. Tiny characters picked out in a darker thread. Ah, more glyphs. Related words. I have absolutely no context for any of this stuff. This looks close to holy. But there's like an action thing here. So maybe pray? This has got some people attached to, like, I don't know. It's holy, maybe? Maybe pilgrims? Or like we? I can still change my mind, but we pilgrims pray? A ceremonial robe, I suppose? There's more in here. There's a brass box inlaid with cut glass. It's beautifully preserved. And here's an inscription on the lid. I wish I could get confirmation of anything. Is that a single word? Most likely not. Ancient scribes didn't always trouble to put in their spaces. I don't think they expected their writing to be read. Us. Pray. Buried. Oh, I can move it in here. I see. And this is the... Okay, we have us. Let's see now. Pray. This looks so similar to what I've decided is pray. Bless? Maybe? Bless us? Some kind of offering box? Shame, it is empty. But that's not all. There's also a model carved from gold. How did Renba get his hands on all this? His head had been inscribed with glyphs, mistress. This is the end of a line of text. And we have holy in there. These glyphs are a little like my word for emperor. Are they really? because I don't think that's it. Light? That does, yeah. Like, it looks kind of like Empress Breath Bless Pray. These, like, lambdas. This looks nothing like anything else. Holy Light? This comes from the same side as the box, I think. So are these leads, or are these things what Renbo was after? Wait, mistress. I will consider the matter. Can you work out where the robe originated? Boxes cast. Models molded. Lantern is assembled. Brooch. Yeah, and there's all this stuff. I don't really know what any of this means. I fear so. It's not a good location, mistress. But Professor Mayara was keen that we found Master Renba. And I'm sure Master Renba is equally keen to be found. Is it somewhere else off the rivers? I'm not exactly certain, mistress. But I believe Renba traveled far from home, into the eye of the cyclones. And most likely the winds there tore him apart. Impossibly deep in the swirling waters of the cyclones, is there still more to find? And is this Renba waiting to be found? I could find this site now. Yeah, let's do it. However, we have an ad starting in 42 seconds, so we'll just start that ad now, and I'll take a quick break, and then we'll be right back. Oh, there we go. That break is over. We should be back. Time to sail. The Cyclones. Sailing to the eye of the Cyclones. I've been analyzing the purple robe we found in Renba's tool chest, mistress. The fabric appears to be of a significant age. Hold on, Six. I cannot. Hold on, mistress. We're in one piece. We appear to be. Another rapid. This whole area is wild. Better check the hull when we next land. Disregard the next turning, mistress. Mistress, if I may ask, you weren't hunting for lost roboticists. If you weren't hunting for lost roboticists, what would you be doing at this moment? Oh, I think I went the wrong way. Yeah, that was unclear as to which way to go. We're in a rapid. Let's hope that's the way we want it to go. We seem to emerge close to the eye of the Cyclones, mistress. Cannot see which way to turn at this branch, mistress. I have to choose one and explore. The water droplets go left. I see it. There's something up ahead. A moon? There's air, but no upriver, mistress. We'll need to leave the ship here and hop her down. Please do not be alarmed. It is quite safe. I thought you said it wasn't. Oh no, you said it wasn't because there's no air.
The hopper fired, and for a moment I was gone. Not aboard the Nightingale, not on the moon beneath. It could have been a heartbeat or an hour. But I didn't feel the cold until I reappeared.
A pile of rocks, mistress, smashed together by the waters. I wonder why. Perhaps he did not like people. This way, then. I hope he'll be pleased to see us. Do you think we'll find him? I prefer to believe that we will. I would like to meet him again. I do not remember him well, but I bear him no ill will. Perhaps Renba is waiting for us just around this corner. We can hop her back to the Nightingale, and this chapter of my life will be done. Perhaps, mistress. Perhaps. We can only hope. Hold it. 6. What's that?
Here, in the middle of the hurricane, there was a house.
A house.
It was fine. Tucked in below the overhanging rock. Wooden beams, mud brick walls, shutters. large enough for 2 families to argue over. It would have been measly on Iox and grand on Elbereth. But here, it was impossible.
Someone built this? Buildings do not occur naturally, mistress. No shit, robot. How did Janicki find it? I hope we can ask him, mistress. Blocked with rubble and ruin. The whole place must be slowly peeling away from the cliff. Perhaps you might forego going inside? Some kind of structure. There's a plinth inside. It looks like a shrine. Might help me date this place. Figure out what it's supposed to be. It's a bit of a drop. So do not fall, mistress. Is that smoke? That is definitely smoke. Renba, are you here? I could vault over the wall here. Please, mistress. The floor beyond would only give way beneath you. Way beneath you. Do you see any other way in? No, neither do I. The floor looks like stone to me, Six. So it is heavy and more likely to fall. Maybe that's what happened to Renba. He fell through a hole in the floor. Here goes. Your floor seems sound enough. Six. Where did the robot go?
The ghosts were still here, cooking, reading, doing whatever ghosts do. The house was empty.
Can I have my pill?
But it hadn't been abandoned.
Can you have your pill?
Please? Mistress, how'd you get in? Obviously, it is good to see you intact, mistress. How'd you get down? Could not climb over the wall, so I drove myself off the cliff edge. Once I dug myself out of the sand, I found a door. Now you understand why I keep losing robots. They're always doing stupid stuff like that. Thank you. I don't know why Mayari wanted me to take you with me. The professor cares about your safety. She certainly doesn't care about yours. God, I love this stuff. So tasty. Someone curled up here by the fire to keep warm. Someone died here, mistress. Are you sure? The evidence is minor but significant. A person lay on the floor here for some time after death. Renba? No. Whoever died here scores of years ago. The lack of moisture on this moon has preserved the traces, but they are old. So where are the bones? The person who lay in state here was only removed recently. Are you saying Janicki took them? What remained of them? Someone did. That's horrid. Why would he do that? I'm unsure, mistress. Something must have led him to this place. There must have been something here that he needed. Your creepy little fucking smile. That's even more horrid. There's an inscription up here. Symbols in the ancient script. I might be able to translate them. More words I don't know. This looks like it's the first part, like it's holy. Maybe goddess? just guesses based on shapes. Does water gosses blesses fire work? This is a fireplace after all. Perhaps they're afraid of burning the house down. This building won't actually cave in on us, will it? Cannot guarantee that, mistress. A fire poker. Is it worth anything? Unlikely. It's old iron, no more. Might be worth something to someone. A heavy wooden box. This looks interesting. There's something inscribed on the lid. More runes. Oh my god. This looks like light, but it... maybe it's not? I'm just guessing because of like the shiny. Could be water. Because there's like a very similar thing here. This doesn't look anything like blesses. I'm only guessing because it's short. Like I'm totally guessing on almost all of this stuff. Sky, water, time, or death. Now, does this look like any of those? I don't know. Mary believes that. Can't even get my fingers under the lid. Try using the iron poker.
And there it was, just lying there. The greatest treasure I ever found.
Damn. 6. Look at this.
From inside the coffer, from the distant past of the Nebula's once great empire.
Incredible.
It
A crown.
was a crown.
What's this crown doing out here? Did Jenna bring it here and hide it? I do not think that the coffer has been open at least 500 years, mistress. But you must have known it was here. Why else come? Eagle and sun motif. Just like the brooch. Did he find that in here too? And leave the crown? That seems unlikely. There's something written along the rim. Oh dear. I don't know. That seems like a reasonable sentence. Is this crown what Mary wanted us to find? Is this why she sent us out here looking? Renba too, perhaps? Mistress. I'll have to tell her, mistress. I have no choice. That's fine. There's something up here. A blade? A dagger. A little corroded, but beautifully crafted. And with an eagle and sun on the hilt. It seems to be inscribed, mistress. I can barely make the letters out, they're so tiny. Gosh. Start of a fragment of text. Well, it's not waters. It could be as or of. Empresses. Something's gone wrong. I must have used the wrong words. What do you mean? Feeling confident in my translation of fire. Oh, okay, good. I guess I have that right. That leaves one word to guess. Empires? Empire's fire? House is built right up against the rock face. Must have been cold here. Whoever lived in this place would have kept their fire burning constantly. I wonder what they did for wood. A workbench. Whoever lived here would have needed to be self-sufficient. Then they would have needed water, mistress. Anything hiding in the shadows? Certainly there is. Yeah, well, that's the way out, but I want to explore around. This is a comfortable space. Wide open. Old mistress. I could slip through here. I'll be right back. But I don't understand why Renbo would have come out here. There's nothing to find. Nothing anymore. But there was a body.
In the yard behind the house, there were tools. Plots of earth, washing hung out to dry. It was like the owner had slipped inside for a quick rucker before they came back to chop more wood. Someone had been building a life on this miserable rock.
Garden beds? Something must have been able to grow here once. Though I can't see how. The smoke must be Renba. He's camping out here. Bone dry. So, who lived here? Someone with an eagle and sun brooch? Someone connected to Ix, perhaps? It certainly is a lonely spot. Some kind of marker? Definitely isn't natural. Something hanging. What are these things? They look like seashells. Flat beads. Ceramic? I'm not sure. Ancient wood. But there's something cut into it. More characters in ancient script? I've not encountered either of these words anywhere else. These words look a little similar to each other. No, they don't. Maybe it's never if the one above was forever. Maybe forget. This is a grave. Wonder if whoever dug that grave believed in the loop like they do on Ix. The loopists say that to be reborn, a soul must return to the rivers. Burying someone prevents them from coming back. It is the worst thing you can do to your enemies. But burial prevent whoever died from returning to the rivers. 350 years ago. So someone died here, and someone else buried them. But not Renba. The wood is far older than that. Coming back, 6. Found a grave, mistress? I think so. But I'm not sure who's buried there. So who is buried outside then? Whoever owned this place first, perhaps? Before it was taken from them? There's a lizard in the corner. No, I don't want to go back out. No, no, no. I wonder if this door is jammed. Or if it might open. A painting. Look at this. Swirls and flows. These are rivers. The detail. It's beautiful. They look like rivers of Ghost's Wake, but no one goes to Ghost's Wake. Is there an inscription? It seems so. This one is a phrase run together. No. It's gonna be of? The little tick mark is definitely of. Okay, good. I've figured that out, I guess. Because it looks like light, but also with winds. Pilgrims. I don't see this symbol anywhere. Temple? I don't like that, but it's something. It's definitely a map. But not of this place. Somewhere else. I will wait for you down here, mistress. I cannot climb stairs. That was the way I came in. This door is locked. Look at this place, Aaliyah. No one would live here. They couldn't. A rough bed. Hardly comfortable. Whoever built this place wasn't worried about making it cozy. An inscription! It's old, barely visible. Scratched into the plaster. Oh, new markings. Let me think. I feel like this, like, lambda has to be like some sort of relation to people, because it's like we, empress, stuff like that. So it could be I, it could be master or overseer. I feel like this is maybe some sort of verb thing. Maybe the X is negation. I fear death. The writer was dying. The angle is interesting too. Scratched by someone lying down. Maybe they were sick. Just a shoe on the ground. Let's see what's up here. Ruin and rubble. Why build something as big as this out here? Who was it for? What is this? A was ist das? It's quite different than the rest of the building. For some kind of telescope? But the position and the bearings are fixed. The material on this is totally wrong. Is it metal? Rubber? It looks like something Urai might have built. I must remember to ask her about it. And there are scratches in the top here. Something fitted inside the frame and was removed by force. Did you take something, Jenneke? But if so, what was the stand meant to hold? A glint amongst the stones. There's something wedged here. A charred-heavy roll of paper. Inscriptions dating from the Ioxian Empire. There's some written symbols. This one is a faded fragment from an even longer phrase. Not seen anything even close to the second word. Pilgrim and death? Presumably there used to be more to it than that. I'd say this comes from the moon depicted in the wall mural. This will make its location easier to locate. I don't know, I don't really have a great way of actually translating things. I'm like mostly just guessing. I guess we can go outside now.
After the dead air of the house, it was good to see the sky again.
We've obtained 3 ancient artifacts here. We've also learned enough to exactly locate one new location of interest, the site from the mural. I suggest we take the crown to Professor Mary directly. We may also inform her of our theories about Renba. I'd like to activate the hopper now, mistress. We've still more to do here. There must be more to this place. I want to know who lived here and what happened to Renba. A channel. So a hopper is a teleporter? Short distance teleporter, miss. Is this channel natural? I don't think it is. Dug out. There must be a wellspring here. A feeble one. Of that one that requires every drop to be used. But what is a hopper? I mean, what's inside of it? An interconnected mesh of quantium. The quantium creates some kind of field which the subject is passed through and dissected via... Mistress, does it matter? You happy enough to fire off the hopper? Even if you don't know how it works? Don't you care what it does to us? It appears to work, mistress. Water would have run down the channel, right past the house. Imagine having a stream of your own. Not a bad way to live. If you can withstand the soul-crushing loneliness. There's something carved into the rock here. More inscriptions. This one is a broken piece from an even longer phrase. Us? Water? That's the word for water. Short and simple and almost a pictogram. No, it must be right. And us must be correct too. Oh, good. Now let's take a stab at that new word. Heals? Does water heals us make sense? Someone lived out here. They irrigated the land, prayed here in the eye of the cyclones. Some kind of hermit? That's the shrine. Assuming it's not an outhouse. There's another inscription. You can see it from here? This one's a fractured piece from an even longer phrase. We got forever. Emperors? I believe you can be confident of your translation for emperors now, mistress. Okay. I'm certain of forever as well. Does it look... I mean, I guess... Yeah, it looks like this could be the opposite of death. I can still change my mind, but emperors live forever? Emperors here? What were emperors doing out here? According to legend, the last emperor disappeared after Ajax fell. He didn't die there with everyone else. Are you suggesting he came here? Why not? It would explain a few things. Not least that crown. So the last emperor killed the hermit who lived here. Then the emperor buried them in the dirt? We only know that the emperor outlived them. We do not know there was a murder. The emperors of Ajax were all devout believers in the loop. To bury someone outside instead of returning them to the rivers to be reborn. That's what you do to your worst enemy. If the emperor was hiding here, perhaps he did not want anyone returning to find him. So 2 people died here. One upstairs, who was buried outside. And then later, another by the fire below. That seems feasible to me. The smoke is this way. By all the moons and waters. Oh, is it a crashed ship? It's a ship. I mean, it was a ship. Can we be sure this was Janikie's ship? No, mistress. But circumstantial evidence is very strong. Did someone blast it from the sky? Really, mistress? That seems speculative, to say the least. Who could do that? Or what could do that? Renba didn't hop her down. He landed his boat. Tried to. Or else he wasn't able to return. There are traces of an explosive propellant, mistress. I suspect Master Renba attempted to detonate himself off the surface of the moon. The fire here must have burnt up a lot of air. The remaining atmosphere is thin, mistress. Still, I believe the fire was extinguished before it consumed the whole ship. I wonder why Renba didn't use a hopper to get down here. Landing his ship must have been almost impossible. Professor Mayari had no robot with him. I suppose. I always assumed we would find Renba. I don't know. Mayari made it sound like he'd run away. Perhaps you can take the matter up with Renba in his next life, mistress. So what do we do now? Return to Iax and inform Professor Mayari, mistress. Well, first you have to look at these things. Blackened. Presumably the ship was still burning as it fell. This was the hull. It must have been an explosion, mistress. And Janikie himself? Mistress, there is no hope. Janikie must have been sailing when it fell. He cannot possibly have survived. What I can't figure out is this. What was Renba doing finding ancient sites? He must have been following some kind of trail, mistress. But how that trail began and where it was leading him, most unclear. What were you hiding, Renba? Good question, mistress. But he cannot hear you. I'm aware. It's rhetorical. Can your tracks handle this kind of terrain, Six? Excellently. Whoever designed my tracks appears to have had this kind of ground in mind. And who did design you? I have no idea, mistress. They did not leave a signature. Seems strange that you don't know. Does it? Who designed your legs? Humans aren't designed. They're just the right shape. How convenient for you. Is there a way down? There might be more clues down there. I do not believe it would be wise, mistress. Indeed, I believe it would be quite the opposite. There was a tripod up on the roof. Empty now, but it looks like it might have held something once. What kind of something? I would guess a weapon? To keep whoever lived here safe. Safe from what? Who would invade an empty rock? Who would live on an empty rock? It's like, so he probably landed here and then he went over and like discovered things, took the body maybe, and like the weapon and came back here. Like, I'm confused. Can barely see the rivers above, and yet there's something here. Which makes me wonder, what else is out here waiting to be found? Mistress, please. We should not linger. If anything were to go wrong out here, we would never be found. Someone would come looking for us. We're out here looking for Janikie, aren't we? Janikie is Mary's friend. You are not. Well, harsh, but fair. Something under the wood. There's something wedged under here. Seems to have survived the fire. Please, please don't be an arm. It's not an arm. It's a battered brass compass. It looks like it dates from the early Empire. This must have been aboard Janeki's ship. Another of his finds. Is this what he took from the stand on the roof up there? But no. It's not from this moon. There's something inscribed on the casing. This is one end of a broken fragment of text. Never. I'm sure my translation for stars is correct now. I'm also convinced of never. Okay, I mean, like, I've been right every time. I'm just completely guessing. So, like... I wonder if it's sleep. Break. Because, like, this is pray, like, our part, like, you know, to a person that's holy or whatever, like, you know, speak to God is sort of what I'm getting at. So is this like, you know, yeah, maybe deceive, speak to, like, not truth, maybe. This comes from the same source as the model and the box that we discovered on the site of Renba's cache. It must have been common to travel between the two places. It must have burned for days. What do we tell Miari? Stupid robot. The truth, surely, mistress. Janeki is gone. Okay. A channel comes up from this rock. Renba must have really wanted to hide what he hid in that box of his. I wonder why. This channel comes up from the rock. The wellspring must be down there. The spring is dead now, mistress, and you are breathing the last air this moon has to offer. Janeki is not here, mistress. Neither is anyone else. Are you ready to go now, mistress? Don't hassle me. What is a wellspring, anyway? A source, mistress. A source of what? Commonly water. Also air. There's nothing we can do here, 6. Nothing at all. Oh, I can go to this side, though. Maybe I can look at the shrine. A stone pedestal. With someone in it. It's Kibenya from Mercy. Did farmers from Mercy build this place? It's the goddess from Mercy, isn't it? You can recognize her by her hat. That's not a hat, 6. It's an aura. You are correct, mistress. It is not a hat. So evidently, it is more technically a fascinator. Kibenya herself, not a treasure, a functional item. What can you tell us, I wonder? It has been inscribed, too. It's impossibly small. This is the end of a longer line of text. Bless. This doesn't feel right. So it's not sacred. Or maybe we do goddess. And of? No. We can do bless still. This could just be goddess. I can add my translation for goddess to my dictionary now. This one has a lot of symbols, but I'm confident it says bless. But this final word doesn't look like anything I've seen before. Plants? Makes sense to me. The shrine itself is made of stone, but it's not the same stone as the moon itself. Oops, I'm gonna open OBS. Make sure that things are happening correctly. Okay. It's not the same stone as the moon itself. It's as old as the building, the oldest structure certainly, but the stone pillar, no. I'm gonna move my camera. I think it makes more sense to move. I think it makes more sense to be over here, maybe. How would you say the pillar was, though? Mid to late Empire period, mistress. Moving into this moon must have been difficult. An important ritual object? Evidently significantly more valuable than the goddess we found within. Is the stone from Mercy? No, mistress. Definitely not. There's so much to explore, and he keeps telling me to just leave. It'll be dark in there. So I just can't go? Okay, so I guess I just am not allowed to go in the cave. Obviously the building is at least 700 years old. How did you work that out? I've been observing the rate of weathering on the stones, mistress. Extrapolating the building is older than the founding of the Holy Empire on Ix. You know, 6, back on Ix, I see nothing is older than the Empire. The Empire and the Fall are all that has ever been. If Ix does not believe in history, what is it you think that they do? Ix believes in the loop. They believe what has happened will happen again. They think I'm out discovering the future. 6, what do you already know of the Loop Temple? I know little of the Loop, mistress. The Loop priests claim that life is a great cycle. They believe that all that happens has happened before. Literally happened? They think we've all had this conversation before? I believe that is the idea, mistress. Is it true? The probability of it is incalculable, mistress. There is no meaningful data. What am I looking at there? A carving. There's something carved above the door. This one is several words. No. Live. I'm certain my translation for live is correct now. Long. Live. Now? I mean, never. Like, will not happen in all of time. So, happen in time. Will. And maybe if this is and, then maybe this is again. A blessing to keep the house safe, perhaps? Builders in Elbereth do that kind of thing. I don't think they know what they mean. Primitive people. There's an inscription here. This is one end of a fractured fragment of text. Light of... I believe you are correct with light, mistress. This is time. Forever. Like a length of time, maybe? The day? There can't ever have been much light here. Not in all this fog. You just fell off that? Not so far, mistress. But where do things in the well come from? They come from the well, mistress. Do not understand the question. Let's take another look inside. I mean, I think I've covered everything. Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Darkness.
This is not the Nightingale. Sex? I hate robots. I hate them. They always do this kind of thing. Right before they give you the speech about how it's for your own good. Mistress, you're about to step on a small ant. My ethical core required me to lock you inside this packing crate. It's cold in here. The robot, but missing it. There you are. Where's your head? Mayari. 6? Is everything okay? You followed me, Lexi. As I thought you might. Because you knew. Because you've always known. I'm not Mayari. Mayari did not come? She would not face me. I thought so. She lies. She is not who she says she is. She sent me to find Janaki Renba. There isn't time. I found something. Something that matters more than her lies. Tell Lexi, there is a great darkness, an all-consuming, hungry darkness, and it is coming. Renba, your ship. It exploded. I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're dead. There is an ancient place, an observatory. It is watching, and it holds the wires of our fate in its claws. Tell me what you know. I will find it before the vault is lost. The robots know, but they don't remember. Someone long ago made certain they would not remember. How do I help you? You have my apologies. Mistress? I do not understand the question. What are we talking about? Nothing, mistress. We have maintained a companionable silence for several minutes. Let's see if we can't get out of here. Wherever here is. This way, mistress. You don't remember how we ended up here? Hoppers can misfire due to imperfections, mistress. The eye aboard your ship is quite old. And no one called you just now? Evidently not, mistress. I was talking to Renba just now, through you. Mistress, Master Renba is dead. Oh, is this the cave that I couldn't enter before? I see where we are now. Though I still don't see how we got in there. 6. Do you know anything about an observatory? No, mistress. Nothing comes to mind. Why do you ask? You don't remember? Remember what, mistress? We've seen enough of this moon. Time to leave. Excellent, mistress. Leave the moon. Be ready, mistress. Let's try again. So we left the surface of the ruined Hermitage moon near Maestri, with enough new information to locate a new site. We should sail to Locks and tell Mayari what we've seen. I'm sure she wants to see the crown. Well, we have an ad in 35 seconds. But just look at this thing. The workmanship is beautiful. Evidently, it is more than a simple crown, mistress. It's a symbol. This is Iox's power, lost after the fall. To regain it would be a sign that Iox was once more at the center of the nebula. More than that, mistress. I believe that the metal is a casement for a mechanism of some kind. It's ad in 5 seconds, so we'll hold on here, take a short break, and we'll be back once the ad break is over. Okay, we're back. The ad should be over. Let us continue. Does it open? Not any way I can see. But if it does contain a mechanism, I would expect a method by which it might be serviced. Maybe Orlai on Elbereth would be able to help. Or Ori. She'd be able to open it up and take a look at it safely. The occupants of Elbereth are hardly trustworthy. I'm from Elbereth. I will bear that in mind. Wow. Oh my god, so much stuff. Can I go in here? No. The actual crown of the Empire. I think so anyway. It's beautiful enough. Though it doesn't explain what Renbo is doing with it. She looks at home here. Presumably she was fashioned on Mercy? Clay being a material derived from waterlogged mud. I wonder if the Mercians want it back. From the marker outside the hermitage on the moon near Mercy. Still don't know what it's made of. The robe Jinki hid. I wonder if we'll ever know what it was so special about this robe. The nebula. Look out there. It seems to go on forever. Mistress? What are the rivers? 6 flows of oxygen, hydrogen, ice. The velocity keeps them coherent. It's like they're going somewhere. The rivers. But they never do go anywhere. Just a cycle round and around. Inscriptions. Found carved above the hearth. Like, I want to look at some of these. Oh, so like I'm sure of these things. Friend Emperor? Holy Emperor. Empress buried robots? Banished robots? This is like to get rid of. I think this is like action. False people, maybe? Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with that. Citizens? Pilgrims? Follow. Pray. See. Or pray. I don't know. I don't really know how to like lock in stuff. It just sort of happens. Let's take to the river. I will ready the ropes, mistress. The moon Remba died on was once a hermitage for the last Emperor Vine exclaimed for final conquest. Aside from the mural, Unknown Moon, Elbereth, Iox, Mercy. I could return the thing to Mercy. I kind of want to go to Elbereth. I'm going to do this. I know 6 isn't going to like it, but I want to see what... I want to talk to my friend. And see what's up. Hello, squirrel. There's a squirrel outside my window. Ugh. No. I didn't attempt to turn. It just automatically put me that way. That was irritating. Have you been to Elbereth before? Do not believe so, mistress. It's not mentioned often on Ajax. Do you want to try 6? I can try, mistress, if you are certain. I could show the crown to Uroi. That's what I wish to do. And then maybe I will stop for today. Just a couple hours. I've got some other things I want to do.
We landed in the dust, outside the great walls of Elbereth. No one looked up to watch us arrive. The people here only ever looked down.
So this is Elbereth. This is my home. I've seen little but Ajax, mistress. This is not like there. Are you so sure you understand Ajax? You've only just been activated. I've been there years and I don't understand the place properly. Dirt, mistress, is dirt. Ajax does not have it, and Elbereth does. This way. This is the gate to the upper citadel. Mistress, there's only solid rock behind this door. Ah, I comprehend. It's a hopper. It's one of the oldest things on Elbereth. It still works amazingly. I cannot see the eye, mistress. Without a line of sight to the eye, I cannot take us inside. What is a hopper eye? The eye is a focus, mistress, nothing more. It receives and reparticulates the hopper signal. Think of it as a funnel into which the sands of your being are poured. I must assume this gate contains the hopper source. There must be a comparable gate above fitted with an eye. So who makes hoppers? Where do they come from? Where do I come from, mistress? Or the moons, or the rivers? Where does anything come from? I assume you've used the gate before? Hundreds of times. Though as children, we sometimes climb down the outside of the walls. You just say the word. What is the word, mistress? I'm not going to just say it. The gate is listening. Ah, fair point, mistress. Sound like you don't trust me. Hopper takes one's corporeal form to pieces, mistress. Trust is crucial. We don't have to go inside. If you don't want to. I mean, most of the city is in there. But if I don't say the word, nothing will happen. Elberethans use it every day. Do all who enter below arrive above? Of course they do. But you've never checked. You can stay here if you like. Just stand back when I ask it to let me through. The idea is appealing, but not to my ethical core, mistress. I will stay with you. Well, I don't want to say the word for the gate yet. I want to look around down here. I want to go look at the big feet. Hello, feet. We'll get that ethical core removed one of these days. My friend Uroi could do it. With respect, mistress. I'm certain she could not. Follow me, 6.
The smell of the slums made me feel like a child again. It hadn't been a happy time. A simple one, at least.
It's all more solid than it looks. God's feet has been standing for some time. What is your ethical core anyway? What good is it? Evidently, it is what stops me from pushing humans off cliffs, mistress. Is that something you want to do? It's simply an example, mistress. Were it to be convenient for me to do so, my core would prevent me.
The heart of the God's Feet slum was Timor's bar.
Why now? Aaliyah?
Timor had
Elisra.
never once set foot inside the Upper Citadel, or so he liked to claim.
By the turning of the waters. You're back. You seem surprised. I'm always surprised you come back to Elbereth, but happy.
He was the king of the dung heap.
And are you well? They gave me another robot. Really, Aaliyah, you're a danger to the local economy. Some of us have to work for our assets. I don't think I'm going to sell this one. Mistress? But you've upset it, Aaliyah. But all the same, the rules are the rules. Your friend there stays outside. I will wait as instructed, mistress. Poor robot. They must adore you on Ix to keep giving you those things. The robots are their eyes. And you keep plucking them out. You'll always be a rat, won't you? Do you know where I can find Uroi? Uroi? Up in the Cat Kiss? She's moved up in the world. Is she living with someone? Hard to say. You know Uroi. Uroi. Do you ever see her? She never comes down here anymore. You two were inseparable once. Caught you stealing my raki cask when you're too small to carry it, let alone drink any. No, we drank it well enough. Lucky I watered down all my barrels. Oh my, Aaliyah, how you've grown. I've heard something out there about a darkness. Something that would fall across the whole nebula. Oh, yes? Did you hear that in the war rooms of Iox? I heard it from a robot on a ruined moon. Your life is so romantic, Aaliyah. Honestly, I would believe you more if you said you'd seen it written in the waters. You're very good health. You'll pay me back one day. I feel sure of that. Please, Timor. I'm never going to marry you. You need to stop asking. I know you won't. That's why I ask. Maybe one day I'll say yes despite you. Now, you shouldn't tease an old man. Especially one with a solid income, good teeth, and assets.
They say rocker is made from river water, that it burns your throat with the cold of space. But it isn't true. Timor knocks it up out back in an old metal bin.
How about some good news then? I have something for you. An earring. Dating from the Empire? No inscription on the surface. I guess that this comes from the same place as the charred roll of paper. The one I found on the Hermitage Moon. This should make it easier to find. Where did you get it? From one of my customers? You're not the only one who sails the strange shores, you know. Now drink up.
He liked me.
You want another? No, please. Another time. The raki is good today. I found a new clean drum. Makes all the difference what you distill it in. Never gonna believe where I've been. Into the cyclones. And why would you do a thing like that? If you have a death wish, you come here and drink yourself into your grave like a true friend. I was looking for someone. I didn't find them. Well, what did you find out there? Did you meet the gods? Did they tell you what they're playing at? I found a moon. Someone had hidden there. Maybe one of the last emperors. You're visiting the cat kiss today? What does that word mean? Cat kiss. I'm not sure exactly. It's very old. Kiss is usually a word for a king or a leader. Laborers call the people who hire them my kiss. Your place is empty. There's no one here. People have to work. Well, some people. See you around, Timur. Don't be a stranger. Come on, 6. We have one new artifact to trace. Time to go, mistress? Not yet. I'm not controlling any of this. Is that the only place down there? Oh, I don't want to see Timur again. I just wanted to see if there's anything different down there.
Laughter, shouting, crying, all at once. The sound of 1,000 people packed up like a box of oranges.
I just want to see if there's anything else down here, but it seems like there is not. Visit the bar, go back up. Go back up. Stop complaining, robot. Rice? Must have all been very fine once. but it seems to be decaying. The harvest, such as it is, dried grass, waiting to be taken inside. What is it for? I assume people do not eat it. Animals do. No. Let's see if there's anything interesting up here. What exactly is a cat kiss, mistress? How do you know that word? Nobody has said that word yet. There's something under here. There's a notched scimitar with a vicious looking blade. I think it dates from latest, the earliest Empire period. There's just like stuff lying around everywhere in this world. It's like, this is a 500-year-old sword that was just in the grass and no one has picked up over this whole time for some reason. Maybe and fear. The squiggly thing must be and. That's a long one. But I fear it's correct. Similar to robots, like maybe that's power people. Power and fear. It's a totally different place in the area from before. In fact, I don't think we've seen anything of this weight before. So this originates from somewhere I haven't previously discovered. Who is Urai, mistress? An old friend. Those are so good. Remember the Hawkins ones, though? Those are good. I do not want to head for the ship. I want to head to the gate. Good faith to you. Farwet. How goes things? All fire, no smoke, as they say. Thank you. Walk with the goddess, or die on Iox. I don't care. Doesn't matter how often I come back here. Once you've left, no one allows you to return. I desire uppies. Approach the gate. There are ancient symbols here. I used to trace them out when I was a girl. Oh. This is the start of a fragment of text. I can add my translation for prey to my dictionary now. It's very similar to buried. So like an action. Maybe it's enter. Enter and pray. Was Elbereth a place for pilgrims? I didn't know that. I wonder if I could convince the gate I'm a pilgrim. Set Buyaki Rifar. The gate is asking where you want to go. You can understand it? No, mistress, I was asking you a question. Set Buyaki Rifar. The gate word is the name of the upper city. But I think the upper city is named after the word. Catkiss. Remenya Mienihua. Nothing's happening. Most impressive, mistress. Set Buyaki Rafar. Kibenya? Oh, taking me somewhere. The goddess's name worked. The gate thought I was a pilgrim. This is the main courtyard. There are alleys leading off in all directions. It is easy to get lost up here. I imagine there's not going to be a lot of ways that I could go, however. Robots are fragile. I am not fragile, mistress. I require nothing. Urai's yard is this way.
On Elbereth, you could buy anything for any purpose.
Strong as oxen. Dependable. Cheap. Mistress? What is this lady selling? Can't you tell? This is a slave market. You must have known, Six. Yes, mistress. But knowing something exists and witnessing it have different effects on my programming. Everyone's programming is like that. That's fair. Have you been here before, mistress? I grew up here. Now, come on. Good faith to you. Good faith. How are the crops? Well enough, thank you. Be well. You're lost, Farwit? My name isn't Farwit. You look like a Farwit to me. And you brought a Maya Make with you? A robot here? You don't like robots? What good are the metal things to anyone? Perhaps you're hoping to start a riot? I don't want an argument with you. Then get off my moon and take that thing with you. Peace trader will be gone soon enough. Be sure that you are. Your kind won't be happy until only the Maya Make can eat. If you go out of business, I won't shed a tear. And neither will the people you have in chains. This place turns my stomach. I might have ended up like this if I hadn't been for Mayari. Never understood Professor Mayari. She knows she brought me to Iox from here. I was in an orphanage, and now she keeps giving me robots when I keep losing them. I really don't know what she gets out of it. Perhaps she likes to be kind, mistress. Not to the robots, clearly. I'm not convinced. laborers escape. Don't be so disgusting. They aren't captives. Besides, where would they go? Oroy's yard is this way. I will follow, mistress.
Oroy was my oldest friend. We'd grown up in the orphanage together. But I had left Elbereth and she had stayed.
This little area is Oroy's, I think. She's useful, and people like to give her space. Wonder how business is going. The alms tray looks pretty empty. I have no idea what these things do. Oroy's always playing around with magnets and wires and things. There's an answering clatter from behind the door. What do we do now? Now we wait for Oroy to finish whatever she's doing in there and come and see who we are. Alright, what do you want? Oh, it's you. You seem well. I do alright. So? You're here to dump another broken robot on me? I don't have anything to sell you. What do you want? I was having a good day. Wow, why do you hate me?
We'd been friends. Once.
Have you heard any rumors about unknown sites? I'm an engineer, not whatever it is you are. I found this strange telescope stand in the Cyclones. Wait. You sailed into the Cyclones? Aaliyah. Are you mad? Don't hear about the telescope stand or not. It's your sort of thing. Don't use me to justify your risks. That's not the point. Then it should be the point. I've lost you once to Ix. I don't want to lose you again. Did you ever fix that robot I sold you? No. Whatever it lost out there, it was really gone. I ended up borrowing a few internals from my collection. Disgusting. How's your family? My son is fine. My daughter... That's another story. What happened to your daughter? My daughter thinks she's in love. Ugh. Is she? She's a child, Aaliyah. How old is she now? You know perfectly well how old she is. And she's not old enough. I found something incredible out there, Oroy. Oh, did you? A purpose for your life, maybe? Wow, God, you're so bitchy. Something wrong? What could be wrong, Aaliyah? You rock up here after who knows how many months, raving about some great new find. What could be wrong with that picture? Hello then, how are you? Don't pretend to be normal. Just tell me whatever it was you wanted to tell me. I hope you're ready for this. I'm not going to give it to her. Look what I found, Oroy. Just look at it. held it gingerly as some sort of injured animal. By the goddess, what are you? Sorry, I'm opening OBS again. The right bulk for a basic power source. There are contacts under the rim. What is this? I was hoping you could tell me. You want me to take it apart? Alright then. I'll take a look. I cannot believe you entrusted such a find to such a person. In such a place. Such an action is almost statistically impossible, but you did it anyway. She'll figure it out. Whatever it is. That crown is a treasure of the Empire. All Mistress Arroy is likely to do is lose it. With no offense intended to Mistress Arroy, that is. I'll let you know what I find. Look after it. Don't let it out of your sight. Don't offer me advice on being cautious, Aaliyah. How many robots have you lost now? How are things here? It's low enough, but it's not getting any worse. Give my regards to Iax, Aaliyah. Damn. Come back out. Bong.
Nothing.
Oh, darn. Leave the yard. Do you think Mistress Arroy can be trusted? I think so. I hope so. I hope my Ari will agree. We have one new artifact to consider. I suggest you return to Iax and inform Professor Mayari what you have done with the crown. Are you ready to go now, Mistress? Not yet. We get to Toppies this way.
To strangers, the Cat Kiss is like a maze. But I'd spent 10 years tearing through these alleyways.
Yawn.
I could have found my way to Tappy's in the dark.
Return to the yard. Oray's yard is this way. Tappy's place. Okay, well. There's a high probability of unsafety here, Mistress. Tappy's place isn't big. But inside it's a treasure trove. Hold it. Oh. But it's you. Welcome back to Elbereth, Moonflower. Give it back, Tappy. Whatever it is you took. Confess I only really saw the robot. But friends, as you know, are friends. So have your no doubt precious brooch back. Mistress, do not trust this man. Coming from you? My little spy on wheels? Dearest Aaliyah, one of these days you must find yourself a companion that you like. Now come on in out of the cold. Seems as though I will wait here.
Tappy's
Suspiciously.
place was a little museum to junk. Pots and boxes, spoons and hooks and pocket knives.
So good to see you back in Elbereth, Aaliyah. Rivers above grow dull when you're not with us.
And at the centre of it all was Tappy, grinning away like a skull in a bodysuit.
Do you have much in stock at the moment? It comes and goes. So, Tappy. Who buys all this stuff of yours? Respectable people. And a few Elbereth rats, too. Why do they want it? What good does it do? Different reasons. Some are collectors, rich types. I think money hurts them, so they spend it quickly. Most of them are old. Prostate problems, they leak money. Ugh. I mop up. I'm an Elberethan, I'm not above it. Have you heard of any rumors of sights? I could use a find. You know, I did hear something. Something out in the fields. Here on Elbereth? That was what I heard. After all, isn't this where you found your pretty boat? Anyway, they say something sent one of the field workers flying through the air. This is what they say. What exactly do they say? That he hit something underground that he shouldn't have. With a scythe. Something buried? Not too far down either. I'll look around the fields. Go have a look at the market first. The man broke his arm when he landed, so my friend took him right back. I doubt anyone's bought him yet. One of the laborers from the market? That's right. Whatever's out there, I'd take a look myself, but I tend to attract attention when I go for walks outside the walls. But no one's going to trouble you. You're from Ix. I'm from Elbereth. People from Elbereth don't have robot servants, my sweet. Be careful you don't get zapped yourself, of course. I tend not to attack fields with my scythe. No doubt, no doubt. Answer another thing, Toppy. How is business? It never booms. Somehow we all get by. Show him an artifact. Found a few items you might be interested in. Oh, yes? This is a notched scimitar with a vicious-looking blade dating from the early Empire. Your standards are slipping. No matter, I can probably shift it, but not for much. I have something of a similar period, I think. Yes, this is it. A brass cup for drinking. Inside is heavily stained. Must have belonged to a heavy drinker. It doesn't have an etched message around the bottom. Most likely this comes from the same place as the notched scimitar I found here earlier. So, if you've seen the merchandise, the cup for your notched scimitar with the vicious-looking blade. No. Thank you for letting me see it, but no. Something else, perhaps, another time. There. There's more. Let me look another time when my eyes have recovered. A man must have his secrets. Go outside. See you later, Toppy. Don't get any less beautiful. You're in one piece. You still have all your teeth. We have one new artifact to trace. Also, we have collected some evidence of one new location of note, a pre-Empire site. Are you ready to go yet, mistress? No. We've still more to do here. Good faith to you, yes? Told the laborer hurt themselves in the fields. Struck something underground. Laborers hurt themselves all the time. Too much rocky, usually. You'd have to ask at the market. Tread softly. To Toppy's shop. I desire to go to the market. heard one of your laborers was injured. Accidents happen. There's nothing wrong with my stock. Didn't say there was. Your friend from Ajax did. What friend? He's not welcome here again. If he sent you with a message, tell him I'll break his arm if he comes back. Is the worker alright? Is the worker alright? Does it matter? Plenty of good workers here, strong and keen. Whatever you need a hand for. I want to talk to the injured worker. Going to hire one of my stock? Just want to talk to him. Then you can pay a fair rate. If that's to dig your plot or whisper to you through the night, that's your affair. Just don't break his leg. What's the laborer's name? Whatever you like. Listen, Salua. Your Axian friend, Renba, shattered my man's arm bone into 100 little bits. The bits are swimming around his skin like hungry maggots. He's never going to work again. Like his leather, you're the last chance he's got to earn himself his meal, so pay your dues. Renba. So you do know him. The price just went up. Let's see what you brought. For jewelry and weapons. Maybe this? It's not the best piece, but I'll need more to cover it. That's too much to ask. The goods are worthless to you, but not to you. Do you know how old the Notch Scimitar is? So it is weak, fragile. Your price is too high. A pity. Come back when you're feeling more generous. Maybe we can trade. Let's see what you're offering. Would you take this? That's very nice, but it's not enough. This too? Well, I've seen better. You have a deal. Clearly, if it lets me hand them over, it must not be important that I keep them. Yazi, get out here. I know miracles happen. What time is it? Greet your buyer. Mistress, please. Good faith and greetings to you, Miakis. My name's Aaliyah. I'm Yazi, Miakis. What does Miakis mean, Yazi? Better. I'm not your better, Yazi. I'm from Elbereth too. You're from Ajax, I think. This is the other one was. You're hired by a man from Ajax? Janaki Renba. Did something up to dig something up in the fields. You have it, right? His name was Renba. But we're not digging in the fields. We were not digging on Elbereth. I do not think anyone will hire me as I am now. How did you break your arm? We're using winch to raise up a broken rock. The winch had been sprung together from a few old poles, a big hook someone found. There was too much rock. The whole thing keeled over sideways. I jumped out of the way. Not far enough. What were you digging that needed a winch? A hole, mistress. A very deep hole indeed. What was Renba looking for? What did he find? Do you know? I do not know. I was hurt before he found anything. So where did Renba have you working? We sailed to a moon. Elbereth is visible in the skies. There's nothing there, but he made us dig. We found something. What did you dig up? I do not know. We had just uncovered a spar of wood when the winch fell on me. I was brought back here. You didn't see what was down there? Can you find Renba's moon again? I think so. I think so, yes. But not on a map. I will need to fly with you. You can point it out to 6. I cannot. I only saw glimpses of the clouds where we worked. Let's go back to the ship. We can talk there. Are you ready to go yet, mistress? Do it. Leave the moon. Interesting. I'm excited to go see. And so we left the surface of Elbereth with new leads for an undiscovered site. Well, now is probably a good time as any to stop. Which is probably what I'll do. Aboard the Nightingale. Yazi claims he can find his way back to the moon where Renbo was working. We should sail to Ajax and tell Mayari what we've seen. Well, I'm gonna go to that moon. You sure you can find that moon, Yazi? Quite certain. I can find the place the accident had us working, Micus. Without me, I do not think you would ever find it. And what makes it so hard to find? It is a rock. In a sea of rocks. But I know which rock. Why are you helping me? You see through me, of course. Please understand, I was strong, very strong. Now, no one will ever hire me again. I want to work. Then let's go. When Rimba died on was once a hermitage for the last... Oh, well... Renba's dig site. Okay, we're gonna sail there and then we'll stop. Squirrel is still outside. Eagles Pass, sailing to Renba's dig site. The river ahead continues to our destination from here, mistress. Let's take this one. We're going the right way? I do not know, Micus. I missed turning. When he took us there, he did not let us look out of the window. Apparently I need to turn here. There's the new river to the left, which I believe will also reach our destination. Sure, let's take that one. So do all Ioxians get given robots, Micus? Are they attached to you as children, perhaps? What makes you ask that? Master Renba had one for a time as well. He brought it to the market on Elbereth when I was hired. All robots look the same to me. I do not know how you tell them apart. Did suggest Renda's dig site should be in this vicinity. There's a path in the water. There's something here. Settle the Nightingale 6. Let's take a look around. Renba's dig site. The Munyazi's letter 2 seems desolate enough. Press any key to continue. Well, there's going to be an ad starting in 50 seconds. Actually, I can snooze that. Hang on. We don't need to do it again. There we go.
We trudged across the surface of a tiny moon. Nothing but dust and towering stone.
This is the place? This is it, Micus. It's quite remarkable, mistress. This place is actually worse than Helbereth. Ugh. Much worse, Mayaneke. That's our home you're talking about, 6. His home, mistress. Merely your birthplace. You did well to leave. I didn't leave Elbereth. Professor Mayari scooped me out of the orphanage and carried me away. But now you have done the same for me. Just mountains of sand. Last saved just now. Okay, perfect. I'm going to call it here. That was good. I'm looking forward to doing more. Ideally, next week we can get some more. I do find translating it satisfying as we slowly work our way through it. At the start, it didn't make a whole lot of sense, but I think I'm starting to get it a little bit. Thanks for hanging out. I've been Steak Mittens, and until then, I'll see you next time.